Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today I'm very excited to introduce our elite special guest. She's come all the way from Ghana and she's known as the hostess with the mostest. Please, I'd love to welcome Mz Dru.
Hey.
Hey girl, how are you?
I am good, thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
No problem, we love having you here.
Oh, I love being here. I mean, you guys don't know how long I've known Jessica and how proud I am to be.
Girl, you ain't meant to be doing this on here.
Okay, I'm not gonna cry that now.
But anyway, how was your flight from Ghana?
How was the flight? Do you know what? If I'm gonna be honest, I was not expecting the plane that they gave us. It was better than usual.
Okay.
So yeah, well done BA for, upgrading the Ghanaians and finally giving us a little bit of ratings.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
Great,
So it was alright. It was good. I really just slept the whole way.
Oh,
but yeah, it was fine.
And then you're looking forward to being back in the UK. How's it been back at home and everything?
I can only give honest opinions right now. So coming back from Ghana, I was super excited because I haven't been to London for it's coming up to nearly 2 years that I've been away. So I am excited. Well, I was excited. Doing the lockdown was a little bit frustrating for me. This little quarantine thing, I'm not used to. I feel like a bird that just wants to fly.
Because you're always going about in Ghana as well.
Thank
so here
you.
It's just like
why are you trying to trap me in?
Sorry,
what
girl,
is this?
I don't know. I mean, at least...
And then these people be calling me every single day. Hi, are you at home? Of course I'm at home.
Where else are you going to be?
Thank you.
I hear you.
So, but no, I am excited to see friends and family, but I'm not going to lie. I think I miss Ghana a lot already.
Oh.
I mean, at least I'm getting some sun. I want to believe that I brought the sunshine.
Okay.
I hope it stays.
Of course.
It just better stay.
I hear that. But thank you again for coming on this podcast.
No
We love having you. So usually I ask guests how old they are so that people can sort of gauge where they're at in their life. So Mz Dru, how old are you?
I am 29 years young.
I love that. 29 years young.
29 years young.
And you've achieved so much as well from 20 to 29. And even just watching you, because we've grown up together, it's been a lot you've sort of done. So could you just tell us a bit about what you do so that we know? Okay,
so I am I'm a TV and radio presenter. Okay. I am a youth empowerment advocate.
Amazing.
I do voiceovers. I do little bits of, let's say, freestyle modeling. I do a lot of brand ambassador stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a mentor to young people. I have my own mentorship program for young people.
Keep going.
And like I said, the list is long.
Going on and it's long.
I'm just all-round media personality, and my passion is for young children, young ladies.
Young ladies. And what would you say out of all your roles is sort of your favourite role? Or what's been, I guess, let me rephrase that. What's sort of been the highlight of your career so far out of all the roles you do? What's sort of like the highlight moments?
Yo, every single day is a highlight,
Okay, describe your sort of average day. What's it like?
Oh, I wake up. That's a blessing. Not everybody wakes up, okay? I wake up.
Yeah.
But then, I could either have a gig to do voiceovers. I could get a gig to do speaking engagement. I can be asked to do some advertising, some influencing for a brand.
Yeah.
I mean, every single day is not the same. Like, I think I'm actually blessed because I'm living the life that I chose. So I literally just do whatever I want to do, and I get paid for it.
That's great. And what would you say? And I guess because I've grown up with you, and I'm sort of seeing the beginning of your journey from like graduating and how you sort of started in London before going to Ghana. So, and you were sort of doing radio jobs here and there. Could you just tell us a bit about your journey from the beginning of your career, like what you started doing and how the progression sort of led to where you are now?
So I finished uni 2013. Oh my God, I feel like a grandma. I finished uni 2013, and that is when I did interning at radio in Harlesden, Northwest London. You already know, North Wheezy baby.
We out here.
And I started off doing interning at Bang Radio. That's what it was called before it turned to The Beat. So I was doing radio over there. So I've been in the radio game for over 8 years now.
Wow.
So radio, did a bit of TV stuff with what was called OBE and those Ghana channels.
I remember that one.
Exactly.
Wow. How does OBE even still up
There's
there?
no more OBE and Ben and all of that.
Yeah, it's just
Thank you.
Hollywood,
right. Exactly. So I was doing, TV shows for that. I did Miss Ghana, which then boosted me up to get to, I guess, quite a few different engagements in Ghana anyway, not in London. And then whilst I was in London, I mean, I was working. You already know, I was doing about 4 or 5 jobs at a time. The hustle is real. I'm just a hustler. That's my middle name. And so that is more of, the TV presenter stuff was more of what I wanted to do. But you have to fund the lifestyle with
because you had your car, you had your life,
and I have done every single job that you can think of: retail, hospitality, waitressing, like every type of job under the sun. Money is money, so however I make it, it's still the Queen Elizabeth's head, isn't it? So I started off doing that, and then I guess 2 years ago, 2018, is when I decided, do you know what? I'm so tired of making somebody else's dream come true. So let me take a break out of life. 2018 is when my dad passed away. And watching him work so much for other people, and then he was ill, and then literally he just got replaced. And I'm like, nah, that's not going to be me. So I decided I'm taking a break out of life and went to Ghana. Now, Ghana was not meant to be where I was going to be. Originally, it was just, I'm going for a break. I'm having a career break. I'm going to think about myself. But being the workaholic that I am, when I got there, after, let's say, a month and a half, I was like, nah, I'm itching. I can't just be sitting at home doing holiday lifestyle, holiday day, forever. So let me start doing the things that I'm passionate about, which is TV and radio. My heart has always been passionate about young ladies. You know, I want to be the big sister that I never had. As Jessica knows, I am her big sister.
She is my big sister, guys.
I'm everybody's big sister, but I never had no big sister to tell me not to do this or give me advice.
Younger sisters, isn't it?
2 younger sisters, little brother, and thousands of other little sisters now in Ghana. So I just really want to be that big sister that I didn't have. And in order to have some sort of impact or influence, you need to be somewhere for people to see you, which is TV and radio, because that's what everybody's looking at. So that's how I found my way in TV, on radio in Ghana. I guess it just helped a little bit that I had so much experience in radio already in the UK. But to be fair, in Ghana, it went from they were thinking, who's this little UK babe? Like,
did you know how to speak Twi before you went to Ghana?
I still don't know how to speak Twi, babe. I still didn't know how to speak Twi.
But you learned still, so
which is the Lord God Almighty that is smiling on me. Okay, so honestly, going to Ghana, it was also a little bit difficult getting my feet planted, because they're like, so what if you were doing TV or whatever on radio? We don't know you here. So I went from making quadruple figures in the UK to being an intern again. So imagine a big 26-year-old who was making big money in London, decides to take a career break, and now she's an intern in Ghana. So I definitely got humbled, most definitely. But it worked, because after the 5 months when I was planning to be like, you know, I'm done, I'm coming to London, God just was so amazing, and Drew ended up getting her own TV show, her own radio show, billboards. I'm on all the billboards in Ghana. I'm doing brand ambassador deals. I'm influencing. I'm getting paid to eat. Now tell me, like, who wants to live a life?
I would love that.
I get paid to eat. Like, if I don't eat, I don't get money. Can you imagine?
That is, wow.
That's the life. I told you. I'm living my best life.
That's good though.
But then it's not good when you put on the weight.
Oh, okay.
But then you get made brand ambassador for the gym. So basically,
it's free gym, free food.
Free gym, free food.
That's great. So
I don't actually pay for anything. So I mean, it's been a journey. It definitely hasn't been easy. Like, roller coaster is even an understatement. I feel like God's always putting me in a waiting season. I'm always waiting for something. The next thing to come. And then just when I feel like, I'm done, he's like, actually, no, enjoy this 1 week. You're about to wait for something else. I hear you. So, that's a journey that has that's a quick fast forwarded.
That's all right. Don't worry. We're going to break it down a little bit. Don't you worry about that.
How I got to where I am now. So, yeah.
That's good. And it's, wow, it's just like, that's amazing. As I said, we've seen the journey. If you haven't, follow her on Insta. You'll find out where soon. But yeah, and even with your journey as well, I'm going to just take us a bit back to Ghana. Would you say that you always had a heart to go to Ghana? Is it something you wanted to do, or was it more because of the passing of your dad? That's what spurred you to go back home?
I feel like there's so much power in the tongue. A lot of people underestimate the power in the tongue, and I feel like I'm a type of person, I say a lot of things in passing and they always come to fruition, let's say 5 years later, 2 years later. I think there's this meme that is like, can you sit down and remember that you're actually living to pray that
I've seen it.
That is legit me. So I used to go to Ghana every single year for Christmas. You know, everybody's out there living their best life. Christmas time, December in Ghana. If you haven't been, I don't know where you've been sleeping. But so I used to go every year, and then my friends in Ghana would be like, oh, Drew, would you ever move here? I'm like, oh no, do you know what? If I do, I've only do 2 years straight. I'd only do 2 years, but nah, I don't think so. When I went in, you know,
back it was like,
literally, when I went in 2018, it was only for 5 months. But then now look at me. It's been 3 years, but it's actually been 2 years straight because of COVID. And that was something that I said how many years ago that I didn't even believe that was going to happen. I was just saying
and did you plan it? So was it like, were you like, okay, I now want to go Ghana, so I'm going to save this much in my bank account, I'm going to do this, or did you just go, God, take me, let's see what happens?
Listen, Drew is definitely somebody that just lives on a whim. Anybody who wants to move to Ghana, I would tell you to plan. Don't be Drew. Drew just packed her bag and said, you know what, God, you're not a man that would lie. So you said you're going to protect me, so I'm going to go.
See what you do.
You better protect me. That's basically how it was. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a job already lined up for me. I didn't have any connections out there. No, it was just, all right, I need a break. And this is the next place that I can go to that is going to be cheap for me because there's a house. I don't need to pay for rent.
Fair enough.
And so, God, you know, if this is where you want me to go, you're okay with it. I mean, I literally did take 3 days away from everybody in London. I booked a random ticket to Lake District by myself. And I was like, God, it's me and you now. If you really want me to go to Ghana and be there for 5 months, then you better let me know now. And literally, I got the confirmation that, just go. And I went for those 5 months. And after the 5 months, it was necessary for me to go because I wouldn't have been able to be where I am now or do the things that I'm doing now.
That's amazing, man. Definitely living by faith right there.
That is my life, you know. Right now I'm in a space where I would love to plan, but God always is going to change it. He's always going to do whatever he wants to do. So I'm living every single day as it comes, knowing that, do you know what? I believe in a God that says he's always going to protect me. He's going to always provide. He said he's always going to be there, and he's not a liar. So I'm going to go walking by faith. And if you do fail me, I'm going to be like, God, did you just lie? Did you just lie?
Testing him always.
You know, exactly. So that's basically how I live my life now. Very on the whim. On the whim, but it's working for me. I won't say everybody do it like me. Please. I don't want to.
You'll be getting...
I don't want any messages. Drew, you said. No. This is how it works for me. And maybe if your relationship with God is like that, or you are a faith walking person, you could try.
Yeah, that's good.
It'll work.
And through your journey as well, have there ever been a moments where you felt you just didn't want to do this, or you wanted to give up, or you were like, I really can't see? I was like, I felt like, God, you were going to hold me, but I'm like, or ever questioned yourself?
Plenty.
So please,
I told you, I'm always waiting. Always waiting. Just when I feel like, yes, so we're amazing. God's like, actually, no, you're going to wait again. And it's so funny because everybody sees the glistening on the outside, but they never actually see the things that I'm going through. I might be smiling on Instagram, which is genuine happiness, but deep down when I'm having my war with God in my war room, like, how can you do this? Why am I here? Tell me what's the reason. And he's silent. It's like, I can't deal. So even May 2020,
last year.
So last year, May 2020, I was like, do you know what? God, I'm so done with Ghana now. Like, I'm tired. Literally, God, I'm done with Ghana. I'm tired. I'm not making them quadruple figures I was making in London. I'm rich in cedis, but it's not nothing in pounds. So I'm coming back. Then I got locked down. I kept booking tickets to come back to London, ready to pack my bags to come back. God was cancelling them. And then the last time when I was like, forget it. Do you know what? Do whatever you want. I get promoted.
Oh, wow.
I got promoted to now I'm getting those quadruple figures. And I'm like, you're so funny. Like, why you always got to do it like that? Like, why you always got to be like...
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, and he knows that his baby impatient.
But
he's teaching me how to be patient and to trust him. So there's been plenty times where I just want to throw in the towel, but I always have to look back at the times that God has actually brought me through. Like I said, I'm always waiting. There's been what I thought was a mountain. He brought me through that mountain. I'm looking at even bigger mountain. And if I'm faced with another one, it's like, do you know what? Just remember what he actually brought you from. And those are the things that keep me going. Those are the things that motivate me. Also knowing that the end goal, my purpose is to be there for young girls, to be there for young people, that be the sister that I didn't have. And so unfortunately I have to go through these things so that I can tell the story.
It's like you have to go through the pain.
Literally,
I'm sure now,
I'm always the guinea pig, Jessica. I'm always
girl freelance. It is.
You see, thank you. It's not easy.
No.
I'm always having to be the one that goes through it, so that when I do come through, I could be like, do you know what, sis? Keep going, because it's going to get better.
There's joy on the other side. And
there you go. Look at me. I've gone through it. I have gone through it. Yeah. But we're still out here smiling, and God is always showing himself faithful.
Mine is beautiful, girl. Yeah. Mine is beautiful. And even as, I sort of like to call it, as you building your empire and your journey. Yeah. Did you, throughout the way as well, do you feel like it's always been you and God, or do you feel like did you have mentors who could guide you along your way, or was it more like, I'm just going to try this? Because I know, like, as we said, back in your earlier part of your journey, it was radio stations, you had B2M, your own sort of business with the fans for Ghana and stuff like that, and it was just like you were here and there. Did you, in your mindset, was it more like, okay, this is what I just have to do, and did it come natural to you, or did you have advisors who could lead the way with you, if that makes sense?
Definitely came natural to me. I don't have any... I don't have in the UK any mentors that I would say, or anyone that would show me. There wasn't any. That's more of the reason why I was like, do you know what, bun this and go to Ghana. And being in Ghana, even getting mentors and advisors, that wasn't even there. Only recently, God has placed a beautiful lady in my life who is basically the older version of me, and I'm just like, where have you been?
I needed you when I was starting my career.
I needed you. So where have you been? But so she's just amazing. Shout out to Jeremy. She's probably not gonna listen to this, but
well, she better. That is what it's for. She better.
But so she's been an amazing mentor. But anyone to say, oh no, start a business on the side, bringing things from Ghana. No, like make money on the side doing this. No, I didn't actually have anything. It was more of, you know what, God, this is what I want to do. I'm bringing it to you, and you better make it work. If you don't make it work, let me know why it didn't work and why I wasn't meant to do it at this time. But no, I didn't, and that's more of a reason why I'm like, this is why I have to do what I'm doing and be that mentor and that big sister or that role model to the others coming up, because I didn't have it, and I know how hard it was not having one. Yeah,
that's good. And I know you've got your community of girls, because I know as well, you I don't know what it's called. What's it? You know, the group of girls you sort of mentor at the moment, or the community.
Oh, Heart to Heart.
Yes. Could you talk a bit more about that and why you started it and where it?
Heart to Heart campus. Yeah. So basically in Ghana, it's like different unis get to come together, different girls that are on campus. They come together, and it's a community and a safe space for young girls to be vulnerable. Literally, just to talk about the real things that are going on. When people ask you, how are you? I don't want to know how are you. I want to know, how is your heart? Like, you know, some people are going through things that they can't tell anybody, that, you know, they're just maybe depressed at home, or they just want somebody to talk to about God. And Heart to Heart community is that space for everybody to be vulnerable. You never know, something that I'm going through, I've kept to myself, and you're going through it as well. You're not keeping it. You're keeping it to yourself. But when you open it up, you find that there's somebody who went through whatever it is, and they can advise you. And that is what the community is building real sisters that are able to be each other's keeper and share what is actually happening in their heart space.
That's nice. That is nice.
Yes.
Sure. And with your, and even with, and going a bit back to your hosting and being on radio stations, because you've interviewed quite a few people on radio in Ghana and in London.
Can't even remember.
I was literally about to ask you, what has been your favourite interview? You can't even. There's been so many.
Firstly, I'm also just a bit of a chat box.
So I talk to everybody.
I talk to everybody, and you know, it's interesting because when you're in London and you're listening to Afrobeats, oh my God, Sako Jam, King Promise, and now when I get there, it's like, oh, you're right. But literally just like cool,
it's
like
so casual, like they're just family.
Exactly. So and even when I'm interviewing them, it's like, oh, just so you know that this is like our fourth interview. I'm gonna ask you the same questions just in a different way because for different
different companies.
And they're like, you know. So I've interviewed quite a few of people.
It's alright if you can.
I'm sorry, I can't think of
that's alright.
I can't think of a favourite at this present moment. Just go on my YouTube.
It's true. It's true. Actually, and even with your YouTube as well and your vlogs, do you edit your videos yourself as well? How's that?
Girl, I be editing. It's not easy at all. So another thing that I do is I'm a vlogger. I'm a YouTuber. So I travel to different spaces in Ghana, showing the nice things that are in Ghana, and showing also the jobs that people don't think are as nice. So taking a day in the life of your typical Ghanaian. So when you come to Ghana, it's not like London. You see people selling things on their head. You see people fixing your car on the side of the road. And Drew's like, do you know what? I want to see what life is like doing your actual job. And so I do all that filming and I do all of that editing. Oh, wow. So when I take long to respond to your DMs, it's because I'm actually working. Editing, yeah. When you're sleeping, I'm working. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So it just seems like you're definitely like, you're going to just get, if you want to get something done, you'll do it yourself.
Listen, that's me. Yeah. That I'm not going to, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Yeah. And there's nothing, I just have tunnel vision. I don't care whatever you have to say.
Block out the noise. It needs to be done.
That's it needs to get done.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
And I think it's also been just part of how I've been growing up. Yeah. I mean, my whole life, being the eldest,
you just is like,
I have to just do it. No one's going to do it for me. I don't have anyone who's going to teach me. I just need to get it done. I am just a woman of integrity. If I say that's what I'm going to do, I'll make sure by any means that I'm going to do it.
It's going to get done. Mm-hmm. No, that's good.
All the time. All the time.
What's the next thing? And with, yes. And because even with that, as you said, that if you want to get something done, you do it yourself, and you sort of have built yourself up in a way as well on your own. Would you say, I would say anyway, you are a confident woman. Extremely. And would you say that's always been something that your confidence has always been with you? Or if not, how did you sort of build it up? Because I think there's a quote on one of your quotes, because I know you also write quotes on Instagram.
Yes.
I think one of them was something about your greatness being on the other side of your comfort zone, if you remember that. Mm-hmm. And so if you could talk a bit about that and how, I guess, you found your confidence, or if you've always had it in a way.
So I would definitely say I'm very independent.
Yeah.
Me being a woman of integrity makes me very independent, because I don't have time to wait for people to do the things that I need to be done. If I know that, I also just don't like being disappointed.
Yeah.
So, and that is a bit of a problem, actually. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but it's good for me to, allow myself to be helped. I could always be like, do you know what, Jessica, can you help me edit my video?
Yeah.
And then you will edit it to the best of your ability. And I'm like, no, can you cut this bit here? And and the time I take to send it back to you to do all that edit, I could have just done it myself. Yeah. And then moved on to the next thing.
And would have been done, and your project would have been...
Do you know what I mean? So it's very much just like,
I don't have time to wait.
I don't have time. I don't have to, which is a problem. It is a problem. It's not a good thing, but I'm learning. It's good to be independent, but you should also allow other people to help you.
Yeah.
But that's what makes me quite intimidating. Little guys run away.
Okay, but even touching on that, lovely.
Let me get
you want to land? Okay,
I'll finish because you asked me a question. Then talk about releasing your inner greatness on the other side of your comfort zone.
First, and then we can. Okay.
Yes. So sometimes, like I said, handing over work or letting people help you, lessening the load for yourself is not in my comfort zone at all, because I'm very much, I want to do it myself. However, me giving it to you might be a way that is helping you build your editing skills. It can help you get more recognition. When I post a video, just edited by Jessica, that can get you a deal with BBC that I didn't know, and that's still helping you, and also helping me be more relaxed to focus on writing more quotes or helping more people. So sometimes it is important to push yourself. That's why I always say, like, push yourself. Let yourself, your greatness is always within, and sometimes we get too comfortable in the A to B, or this is how things are done, this is my routine. But sometimes outside of our routine is something even better than we would have even foreseen. So that is why I say live outside your comfort zone. But like I said, where I am right now is intimidating to guys, because they're like, Drew's got all covered, she don't need nobody to help her, which is true. I really actually don't need you, but why don't you just bring to the table something that's different?
Going to be useful, because you've already got what you need.
Use your initiative. I don't want to have to tell you what to do. Use your initiative.
You got to bring something
sometimes
else,
try add a little bit of flavor so I could just pretend that it's cute, like that. It's so sweet, even though I've done that already 5 days ago, but
I hear what you mean. I hear what you mean. And is that even with that, we will delve into it a bit, but actually no, wait, I'm just gonna take us a bit back to the greatness thing first, because I think it's interesting that you said that yes, it's good for you to be able to build yourself up confidently and independently, but also it's also great to ask for help, because that's how you get to work with people. And I was gonna say, with you being able to teach yourself stuff, has that always been a smooth journey? So even stuff like editing, was it like, this is great, I mean, I can do it, were you like, what, this is just
no, it has not been easy. I am not a technically inclined person at all. Like, the fact that you can actually pay on your phone, I'm a granny, I still haven't even adapted to that lifestyle yet. I was confused. Today my sister was telling me, Hermes, there's these boxes. I was like, what is that? I feel like I'm silly. She's like, there's these boxes that you just scan down and then they open and Hermes comes to pick them up. I was like, what are you talking about? Nah, I'm a bit of a granny.
Okay.
So when it comes to being technically inclined, I'm not that. So when it comes to editing, girl,
how was that?
It's not easy.
No, I know.
I'm not understanding. Yesterday I was on the phone to Apple for an hour. Why is the color grading like this? I'm confused. It's not easy. My little brothers, they're like, oh my God, Gisela. But no, it's not easy. I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm learning it every single day. And as much as it's not fun for me because I'm an impatient person that wants
stuff done.
To move
no,
on.
I'm the same though. Even though, but I'm like, even if you ask Nevada, he'll know. Even if I was laughing in the background, but I'd be like, I think I'm just because it's funny to hear yours because I guess I'm more like you. Like I want to get stuff done, but I'm also like editing. If I'm like, it's gonna take me long. I'm so like, I'd rather just pay someone I know who can get it done quickly. But then I'm also like, I need to learn. But you need to learn. It's just the patience for me. That's the thing.
You see,
I'm like,
because what if, God forbid, one day that person isn't there?
If Nevada's got, then
what are you gonna do?
I have to. But that's the thing. I have to learn. But I'll be crying whilst I'm learning.
And that's my life. I've been in Ghana. Okay. I have to learn how to edit myself. I can't send it to London because when I want to post it tomorrow, I'm waiting for WeTransfer. And then what if there's no internet?
I hear you.
No. So literally, I've had to learn. I've had to force myself, and that's going outside of my comfort zone. But at the end of the day, people are watching these videos, and YouTube is paying me in dollars. So Drew, it worked out. So
it may have taken long, but it worked out.
Thank you.
That's great.
There you go.
That's great. And right, so now onto relationships and men and intimidation. Right. So as we know, you're 29.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've had it where people are like, when will you marry?
When
or you've had
marry?
people even maybe guys or even girls saying to you that, oh, do you find being like a black woman who's independent, who's an entrepreneur, who's doing great things, like guys will find that intimidating, so maybe you need to just draw back a bit. So I just want to hear your views on that, and even touching a bit on like, let's start with that. Your views on that, about whether you have experienced guys finding you intimidating and how you've dealt with that, or what people have said.
So definitely, like, a lot of guys finding me intimidating is like a big thing, and it has been like that from young. To be fair, like early in my 20s, I have the ability to. Probably gonna cause some fire over
it's
here.
alright, that's what we need.
But I have the ability to, because I'm so like one step ahead of the game. I know how to turn you to do what I want you to do.
Wow.
That's it. You just need to do what I want you to do at the end of the day, because
we need to just
I can do that, and that's how much of I'm always in control. I'm always in control, and so sometimes some people are like, do you know what? You need to learn how to receive love, Drew. And
that's interesting.
I need to learn how to receive love because I'm so independent. I've always technically in a way been in survival mode, which is I need to get things done. I know how to do it. I don't have time. All right, this isn't working. This is plan B. This is plan C. When sometimes someone is like, actually, let me just allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to actually just sit and let somebody take you. Don't always need to organize how you're going to get back from the airport or whatever. Let me sort it out for you. That's something which I'm learning recently. But being a black woman and being too strong, listen, you always get the aunties asking you when you're going to get married and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, please, I know that my God doesn't want me to be single. I haven't been called to be single. Singleness is not my portion. Of course, I dream of my wedding day. Of course, I dream of walking down the aisle. But if it hasn't happened now, then obviously there's a reason why God has done it like that. It's not on purpose. And of course, there's times where I look at, my little youngers and they're getting married or they're in beautiful relationships. I'm just like, oh, lucky for some.
I was gonna even ask, how does that feel? Like, do you have a question of what's going on?
Sometimes you're like, do you know what, God, I'm happy for them, but when's my turn? But you need to change the perspective, okay? Maybe God's like, have you actually finished working on you? You're wishing for what somebody has, but do you even know the arguments that we're having before that picture? Like, one thing I had to let people know, social media is so fake. You shouldn't be letting social media intimidate you and influence how you do things, because people only put out what they want you to see. Always, people are only going to put out what they want you to see. So yes, these people are all happy in love, but you don't even know the argument they had the night before, and is that something that you want? You're wishing for their love, but you don't even know the arguments that they're having constantly. So I always believe that God is always on time. He's never ever going to be late, and when he does things for a reason. So maybe the reason why, okay, Drew, it took you so long to get into a relationship is because I needed to build my empire, like you said. I had to go to Ghana and sort things out in Ghana, find myself properly in Ghana so that I'm ready to actually be a wife. You know, I'm ready to be in a relationship. Maybe there were certain things I had to go through over there to build the new person that I'm going to be, to make me even look even more pretty in somebody's eyes who's going to be the one for me. Right now, I already know I'm buffing, okay? Everybody wants me.
It's true, guys. It's true. But
like I said, you all want me. I'm able to twist and turn you to do what I want you to do. But the one that I need, I need to sort myself out to be ready for that specific one that I need. Not I want, that I need. The man that is needed. So...
And do you even feel like, even with that as well, because you do a lot as well, have you ever feared like, oh, if I get married, then I might have to stop the thing? Like, how has that fear come into your mind?
That's all the time. Oh my God, I'm in the public eye. I'm on TV. I'm always going to be in the public eye. Do I want my family to be in that limelight? Do I want my business to always be out there? No, not at all. If I tell you, I actually want to be with somebody who is low lowest
key. So it's like they don't even know.
You don't need to know a tin on the lowest of keys. That is my ideal. And so sometimes it's like, oh, am I going to have to change my career and all that stuff? But when you know the plan that God's got for you, he knows that he's going to make everything work out for his good. So I know that, yes, Drew is out there on TV and she's presenting and she's bait or whatever, but there is that perfect person for me that is not going to be intimidated by this light. He's not going to want to know Mz Dru. He wants to actually know Drusilla. And that is where everything is going to flourish from. And all of this is not going to be an issue, but is needed because that is the perfect person that God has designed for me.
Beautiful. And what would you, I mean, it's up to you as well, but for that guy that you need, or wherever he is in this world, what would you say is like your top 3 qualities you'd like to see in that person?
Well, that guy, he is a leader, which is like needed. Like I said, being an independent person is hard for me to be tamed.
But I hear you.
It's very hard for me to be tamed. So for someone to be like, actually no, it's like,
what are you doing?
You're brave, innit? I like your bravery. I like your bravery. So the fact that he's a leader, that's amazing. God-fearing. I can't be in any relationship with anybody that doesn't love God as much as me or even more than me, because after God, nobody is more important to me than God. And after that, if we are both in line with God like that, God is going to be the third strand in our relationship, which is going to be more like a plait that cannot be broken, you know? So a leader, God-fearing, and someone that just understands me, you know?
I get you.
Because look at my life. It's not your average.
Honestly. Like,
we just listed how many different things that I do.
And it's like they need to be able to...
You need to be able to understand my work. You need to understand who I am as a person. You need to understand my emotions, why I do things, the way that I think, what makes me happy, what makes me sad. You know, when to talk to me, when not to talk to me, when to actually understand my love languages. And this person knows all of those things. And so... Yo, your girl's been blessed, man.
I can't wait to meet this person.
No, we all can't wait. Everybody can't wait, but you know, like I said, he on the lowest of keys, so y'all ain't gonna see him.
We ain't gonna see him to the wedding.
You ain't never gonna see him until I'm like, oh, we married.
That is great. I'm loving that. Oh, true. That is beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes.
And right, and as you said as well earlier, you mentioned that going back to Ghana, part of that drive to go was your dad passing as well. And I just wanted to know from you what that time in your life was like for you, so how you sort of dealt with it, how you got back up.
Oh my goodness, my dad. Well, I'm sure everybody knew that my dad was my best friend. Like, who has a dad that you could talk to about boys, you could talk to about everything, and he's not gonna judge you. He'll give you strict, stern words, but still be cool. I mean, he was like everybody's dad. And so my dad passing away, it was very difficult for me, because in that time, like I said, I was working like four jobs, and then I decided, you know, I'm stopping all my work just to look after him. And it's like, your superhero has lost all of his powers and you are now having to help this person. And so as a human, it was just like, why is this? What is going on? And so in that time, I mean, my prayer to God was literally, do you know what, God, if you're going to take him away, let me know. Or if you're going to heal him, let me know. But God was silent. And that is what got me very angry. I was very, 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 very angry with God at that time, because it was like, I was ready for whatever the answer was. I was just waiting for you to tell me.
How to deal with it,
Just tell me so I know how to prepare. But I just wake up one morning and he's gone, and it's like, well, what do you mean? Because we were praying every single day. I was talking to you every single day. We were fasting. We were doing everything that needs to be done. So there was a strong period of time. I mean, throughout that whole, that whole rest of 2018 and even after, where I was just like, do you know what, God, I'm actually done with you. Like, I'm not even trying to chat to you because you're rude. You're actually really.
Were you questioning your Christianity as well at the time, or more just?
I wasn't questioning my Christianity. It was more of, how do you want me to come back and talk to you, God, my comforter, when you, God, are the one that caused me the pain? You took my dad away from me, and now I should come to you to be my comforter. And then the thing that annoyed me the most is everybody, it is well, it is. The next person, I will slap you.
Is that the right words in that time?
I hate that. It is well. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? Listen, aunties will be telling me, and I'm just like, can you stop touching me?
No,
don't. So I was very like annoyed at that time, but then still God was like, this friend that you know when your mum has shouted at you, she's in the wrong, but then she doesn't want to say sorry, but she's giving you food.
She's just
So God is giving me bookings. Oh my goodness! Just before I left to go to Ghana, He's giving me bookings. I'm on Afro Hair and Beauty. I'm hosting shows. So Mz Dru is skyrocketing when I'm like, why are you doing this? Because I'm not talking to you. I'm actually not talking to you. I'm not trying to give you all the glory. Like, I'm not in the mood to chat to you right now.
You just missed your
you've upset me. You don't want to say sorry. You don't want to. You're trying to dance around the elephant in the room as to why you did that. But you're just giving me all of these blessings.
It's like, here you go. It's just
so I'm taking it because I said I can control people, innit? So I'm like, I'm gonna be on that stage. I'm gonna be here. But if you want me to stay in London, I'm going to Ghana. I'm leaving. So a lot of people are confused, like, Drew, your career that you've been waiting for your whole time in London is finally skyrocketing, and at your peak you're like, bun this, and you go to Ghana to be an intern.
I hear you.
So even being in Ghana, it was like, I've escaped. I'm also a person that does a lot of escapism. When there's too much for me to deal with.
Because I heard, you say your best way is to just,
my best way is to just get out. Like, even when I was in London, because I'm working so much, at least every 3 months I've gone on holiday. I'm going on holiday to a beach or somewhere. I even do it in Ghana, which is bad. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Like, that's part of me why I like traveling. I'm away from my problems.
And then trying to deal with it. Just so we don't need to work on that.
So I escaped the issue of my dad, passing by going to Ghana, but hoping that being in Ghana would help me to deal. But I don't even think it did, because there were so many random triggers. Like, I'll see a billboard of material, I'll start crying when I'm driving. I'll see this, I'm getting emotional. Someone will have a conversation. Weddings. Oh, I hated going to weddings. Like, I actually hate going to weddings, because one of my dad's promises to me was, do you know what? I'm going to stay alive until I walk you down the aisle, then I'll go. And that didn't happen because we're still single, So I'm like, really? Like, really good? So it took some time, but I think now the space that I'm in, I'm definitely understanding why God made that decision. I mean, it's still very painful that, my dad isn't here, but I really truly believe that if my dad was still here, I wouldn't have gone to Ghana, and I wouldn't have done the things that I've done in Ghana. The doors wouldn't have opened for me the way that they have. So it was something that unfortunately needed to happen at that time. But I'm now at peace with God's decision. It's still a little bit, triggering coming to London. I mean, I've been away for so long, come back to my house, and it's like, I'm seeing all these pictures everywhere, like, oh wow. But I'm more at peace than I was before, because before, don't talk to me, like, and what? Don't chat to me, but let's not talk about that. There's other things to talk about. God, I'm not even chatting to you. Like, you can continue to bless me, and I'll take the blessing. I'm not saying thank you. Like, that was it. I'm taking the blessing. I'm not giving you the glory. that was me.
Well, I mean, God must love you, because girl, but I guess you also learned. I'm sure you also learned to be like, I need time for myself and stuff like
it's needed, because a lot of people, they cover up things like loss. A lot of people, they don't deal with it properly, and when you don't, it's just like covering up sand,
putting it up,
yourself, and when you least expect it, the smallest thing. I'm telling you, I was just driving. A billboard of some ladies wearing some Ghana material.
Yeah.
That material is like one of my dad's favorites, and I'm there crying. Like, the smallest things will come and trigger you, and it's important to really uncover those, find the root, and actually deal with it. Because if you don't, you'll go like 50 years, 10 years, and that bitterness or sadness will start seeping into other parts of your life. But coming to a place of peace with it, I've seen the way God has actually blessed me.
That's good.
In other ways. And I'm able to now use that story, again, being the guinea pig, I'm able to use the story to help motivate, inspire, and empower other people. You know, other people who have dealt with loss, other people whose parents do leave, because I can really feel their
that
pain.
I
know the pain, and I know exactly what you went through. So, it's not easy, man, but it's not easy, but it gets better daily. It gets better to deal with it, and we're all right now.
That's good. I'm glad you're right. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good to hear, man. And with what's it called? And with all of that as well, I know that, especially going from what you talked about, doing different things and stuff like that, I was gonna say, how has it felt like? Do you feel like your passion for what you wanted to do, I guess if it was starting out being like, okay, I want to be a radio presenter, and now you're going to youth empowerment, were you aware that your passion was sort of changing, or would you even say it's changed throughout these sort of 29 years of your life? If that makes sense.
I always knew that I did have a passion for young people. I mean, even when I was in London, I was doing like young mentoring sessions with young girls at church, So Lady and all that stuff. So I always did have that passion, but I'd always said, oh yeah, when I'm like 35 or when I'm like 40, then I'll do that stuff. But I'm a big believer in your talent it turns into a gift when you hand it back to God. Now, I'm not really talented at a lot of things. The only thing that I'm talented at is talking. Okay? God has given me the ability to talk. I can talk in front of a screen, in front of a camera. You can give me a script now. I'll be able to do it in front of the camera and do it properly, effortlessly. That's my gift. Some people are good at sewing. Some people are good at planting. Some people are good at
doing different
shoes. You know? And that's my talent that God has given me. And so that's why I thought, okay, TV, radio, it's easy. Now, when I'm able to give it back to God, it's my empowering people, my motivating young girls. And it's not always going to be okay talking about God, God. But just being there for somebody else, that is me doing God's work. And that is my purpose. And so, in a way, He's intertwined it. And it's made it all just make sense. So, I have to be in the public eye in order to have that platform for people to see me or know who I am, to be able to listen or even take what I'm even saying and to be inspired by it. So it all literally sort of works. Links together. It all links in and it all works out. It's like I said, God's timing is always just perfect. So I really encourage people that find out what it is that you're just good at. What is it that you're so passionate about that you could do with your eyes closed
and just get it done with that,
and just focus on that one thing. And trust me, when you start like giving it to God, be like, do you know what, God, this is what you've made me good at. You've made me good at making trainers. So
I'm gonna just keep making trainers.
So I'm gonna keep making trainers, and then you never know, He will open a door where you're making trainers for like homeless kids in some place, but then yet you've been gifted $50,000 to do that. You know?
You never know.
And it always just makes sense. The times where I would say I was at my brokest, like, God, I don't even know where my food is coming in
finances
next.
Are coming.
What's happening?
Like, how,
Exactly. I don't know what's happening next. I'm just here. Like, the only thing is, we thank the Lord I've got a rent-free house. And then I'll be minding my business. Someone will send me, do you know what, here, Drew, here's $2,000 because I liked that message that you spoke to these young girls. Or I'll be minding my business, doing my little quotes. Do you know what, Drew, your quotes inspire me so much. I'm giving you £500. And I'm just like,
well, okay, I'm gonna take this.
Do you know, good. Thank you. Like, literally, like, wow, you actually are seeing what I'm doing, and because I'm doing what you've asked me to do, He's blessing me. And that's always what happens. God will continue to bless you when you do what it is that He's asked you to do.
That's good. That's good. And would you say, is there even outside of your career, what's Drew like outside? Like, what kind of things you like doing when you're not working?
The only things that bring me joy is food and traveling.
That's it. And what's your favourite kind of food?
Girl, don't just start me on this
food,
topic.
guys, please post her favourite food. She'll love it.
Send me. Yeah. I mean, Firstly, cake is my ultimate. I told you. You already
You
know.
told me we got you the cake.
She got me the cake. Yeah, she got me the cake. I love cake, carrot cake, strawberry cake, red velvet
Every
cake. Cake. I want cake.
In general.
That's it. Cake is like, whoo.
That's great.
That is my ultimate. And then traveling. I really love looking at nature. Nature just brings me so much peace.
Yeah.
Whether it's beaches, trees, waterfalls. I mean, it just reminds me how amazing God is. Like, these waterfalls and these beaches were here before we were born.
Yeah.
In those 6 days that God made the world, he actually created all of these things. And when you're looking at them, it's just like, wow, God, you're just
amazing.
so
Yeah.
amazing. You were able to make these waves come at a time where they're not giving me a tsunami, but yet the same way you're focusing on this,
Yeah.
you're actually still listening to my prayers and you're still answering me.
Yeah.
And there's over 50 billion people, let's say, in London.
Yeah.
Not even the UK, in London. But yeah, when I cry to you, you still come through for me. Like,
Yeah.
you actually really love me that much, whilst at the same time you're making sure that the birds have food, and at the same time you're making sure that these plants are being watered. It's just like, God, man, you're lit. You're actually just lit. And when I'm shouting at you, at the moment I'm not sorry, but afterwards I'm sorry.
God really does love you.
He really does,
Because
the way our relationship is, yeah. He already know.
He really is.
That's my bestie. Like, I'm nothing without him, but he knows I'm gonna talk to him anyhow. When I'm in my feelings.
And he's just, don't worry, he understands me.
He gets me.
And even there, and as you even said to us, because you're 29, you're edging close to 30. How does
Woo!
how does that feel? Do you feel like, because people do say you need to make the most of your 20s, do you feel like you've made the most of it? Do you feel like you've come into the end, or do you feel like there's still more to cut? Like this is only the beginning. How does it? Yeah.
This is actually like the first time I've actually even got this question. Like,
Really?
I'm actually
Amazing.
getting time to.
Something
The
down
first
to-
time I'm actually having time to even think about it.
Right.
Okay, this is my last year of being 20. Wow, that's mad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're still young.
Nah, 20 years young. Okay, but no, I think in the space that I'm in now,
Yeah.
I'm ready to be 30. Like, in your 20s is when you enjoy life. You make the mistakes. You do whatever you want to do. 30, I'm still going to enjoy life. But the silly mistakes that I was making back in my 20s, no. We need to, the responsibility, the consequences will be higher.
Will be felt
when I'm
in
30. So your 20s is time for you to discover yourself. The 20s are time for you to know what you like. Okay, you like dresses. Why do you like dresses?
Yeah.
Why do you like orange dresses? Why do you like flowy dresses?
Yeah.
Why do you like this food? Like, understanding yourself, your likes, your dislikes.
Yeah.
Getting to really love yourself and be confident with who you are. Because at 30, I want to believe, personally, it's a bit too late to be starting to have those conversations, because you should already have your boundaries. You should already have you know that you're not settling for certain things.
Yeah.
So this is the time to make your mistakes, to enjoy, to find out these things about yourself. And for me, I think, I'm ready to go to the next decade. Is that what it's going to be called? Is that what it's called?
At the end of the next decade, it's gonna be, you're gonna leave us, girl.
I'm
No,
going.
you're gonna leave us.
I'm ready to go to the next decade, because I'm not gonna lie, I have lived. Hey, I have lived my best life. I have done everything and anything under the sun. And this is why it's like, God has picked me, because I know that I can talk to young people, because there's nothing that anybody can tell me that they're going through that I haven't, that I don't have any idea about, that I don't know. If you want to talk about the road life, I'll talk about the road life.
You've been there, you've been everywhere.
Listen, I live in the hood.
Okay, we are in Northwest.
Yeah, you know, like anything, I've been there. So it's, I think, it's actually time for me to move. Hey, I'm saying time for me to move on. And do you know what? I'm getting ready to say goodbye to this freestyle life that I've been doing. Let me be a little bit more serious. A little bit. Of course, I would love to, have a house and have this amount of money and all of this stuff, but sometimes don't even rush. Yeah. Being in your 20s, there's no need to rush. Like, do not rush, because everything will happen in its right timing. Just because your peers are keys to my first house, I'm a home now. Okay, good for you. Cool. Maybe I've got a job. I've actually got a job, and I'm happy that I've got a job, and I'm comfortable in my job and do what I want to do. Everybody else's achievements, everyone's on their own level. So don't rush. That's what I can definitely say. Don't rush. Take your time. Do things at your own pace that you are comfortable with. Yeah. And when everything needs to be done, it will come into fruition, and you'll understand why it took this long to get to where it got to.
Oh, but but thank you so much, Drew. We're running out of time. There was actually so much more to delve into, but we might have to bring you back. Don't
worry, I'll be ready. Till September.
Till September. We have to do another episode before that. Well, thank you so much, guys.
No,
it's been lovely having
thanks
you.
for having me.
But please let us know where we can find you, whatever you want to promote, because I know you got your plantain chips and everything. So, girl, where can we find you?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am a business owner. Should I say that?
Yeah, say it.
Give myself a title. I'm a business owner of plantain chips, Aiko plantain chips.
Yeah.
Aiko means well done in treat.
Yeah.
And I literally started the business in COVID to tell myself, you know, well done for actually sticking out in Ghana for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I've got my plantain chips. Follow us on Aiko Chips. My little sister is the boss lady, and she will deliver them to you with the Hermes or whatever it is.
The Hermes.
But my sister Jawada, shout out to you. I love you because she holds it down with B2M and Aiko Chips. So I do appreciate you. You can follow me on Instagram, Mz Dru. That's MZDRU_. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Mz Dru TV, and that's where you'll catch all the crazy stuff that I get up to.
Amazing. Thank you once again, girl. I hope you enjoyed being here with us as well.
I did.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
And we are out.
Hey guys, it's your girl Mz Dru, your hostess with the mostest, and I want you to know, or to remember, to subscribe to Living in Our 20s.